Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the Detroit Lions taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at the Colts, you saw that Richardson had been sat down by the coaching staff for basically calling his own head tap. He was tired on the play a couple of games ago, and he was put on the bench. Joe Flacco has been since benched a couple of games later, could not find a spark, and you saw exactly what he had learned on the sidelines. You're looking at a Jets team that came in looking for a win, was hungry for a win, and not only did they go to New York and get a victory, Anthony Richardson was the reason that they won. Not only with his big touchdown throw, not only with the big touchdown run, but he was everywhere, all over the place. He was causing havoc, running the football, throwing the football, and he got his teammates involved. He was the X factor and the reason why they were able to put that late surge. It was the elevated focus. It was the elevated play, and that's what you want to see out of a guy like Anthony Richardson, who's new to the league, a couple of years in, and you want to see him start to dominate. He has a body like Cam Newton, play like it. From the standpoint of Detroit, you saw them roll. The Jacksonville Jaguars were no match for him. Also, you're looking at over 400 yards from Jared Goff, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, very clean game, less than 5 incompletions in the game. You saw exactly how they were able to roll. Not only Amon St. Brown, Montgomery was active, Jahmyr Gibbs was active. Every single person on that team was active. And it's just, everybody on the offense gets to eat in Detroit. From the standpoint, they work very hard. The defense provides great backup support. They only gave up 6 points against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is unheard of. And you got to think about this. They're not only scoring 50-plus points, but they're holding their offensive side, and they're doing their part too. So Dan Campbell is building a monster in Detroit, and this is a Super Bowl possible contender. When you're thinking about the best team in the NFC, it's tough because you have Philly, you have Detroit, you have Minnesota, but these Lions are staking their claim to the best in the NFC and trying to stake their claim now that Kansas City Chiefs have lost as the best one-loss team in the NFL. So I think Detroit's going to have a tough game in this one because Indianapolis will be feisty. They will be at home, and they do play with a certain type of edge when they're at home. I think if we see the same Anthony Richardson we saw today, it's going to be a little tougher, but I think overall Detroit is the better team. The more mature offense, the more hot weapons right now, and you got to think, you can, with Jared Goff and that offensive line with no sacks last game, slice it through butter. That hot knife is going through butter in Detroit because they're just playing with a certain edge. They're playing with a certain passion, and Dan Campbell has these guys locked and loaded. I think it's going to be a game that you've seen no other. I think both these teams will be intense. I think it's going to be a high-flying first half, but the Lions will put them away in the second half. I just think it's too much offense. I think that you have to play too perfect to beat them, and I think Anthony Richardson and company are not there yet to where he's commanding the full book of offense. And I think that, yes, you have Jonathan Taylor. Yes, you have Pittman. You have certain different guys that you have on the offense, but you don't have Amon St. Brown. You don't have Porter. You don't have Jahmyr Gibbs. You don't have Montgomery. You don't have Jamison Williams. You don't have all those weapons that they have in Detroit, and I think it's going to be a track meet. I think overall right now it's literally going to be a track meet in the second half. I have Detroit winning big in the second half in this one. So all you Lions fans, all you Colts fans, get in the comment section below, and definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. We'll see you on the next episode.